Uh, so we have the generic title that doesn't lead too much, and it leaves little to the imagination of what could this be, or doesn't make you think, oh, is that much of a descriptor? The Bedroom Window from 1987, directed by Curtis Hanson of L.A. Confidential fame. When a young architect, Steve Guttenberg, sleeps with the boss's wife, Isabel Hubbard, and she witnesses a brutal assault from the bedroom window, he must protect her from the killer, the press, and her love. After testifying against the killer in his lover's absence, his perjury is exposed. Now he has to solve the case himself to save his own skin. He'll team up with the beautiful victim from that fateful night to fight the justice system, his former lover, and the Kriller to set things right. 1980, 713 minutes. Based off of the book from Anne Holder, I think. This one's definitely taken a lot of liberties. It's 100% influenced. It is massively influenced by Hitchcock, which I'll get into a little bit later. But here it's more of a kind of a testimonial. It's a neo-noir courtroom case, thriller, suspense, done in all the right ways. So I'm like, okay, so what separates this from all the other ones? Well, it's Steve Guttenberg's performance as, I don't know, you're sleeping with the boss's wife. Oh boy, yeah, you're already kind of a jerk for doing that. And you get roped into something. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh boy, you're going to have to go through it, buddy. So, is he a good person? Well, I mean, he slept with the wife, but then trying to find, he's trying to identify who the Kriller is that had red hair. Not this shade of red, more flame, more like brighter red. So it's gets himself entangled in, I don't want to say deceit or anything, but as the IMDb descriptor says, a yuppie gets convicted of murdering someone. I'm like, yep, it's those yuppies in an unspecified city. So he starts wondering, like, hey, was I really the one who did it? I'm like, am I the one who's going a little cuckoo because he's being questioned by the detectives? He's having to deal with the person he was sleeping with named Sylvia, and when he has to actually, because when the actual Kriller is right there, um, he's like, okay, what happens now? So obviously, this is where some of the parts come. The I'm going to say, what works here is the neo noir aspects. It's one the driving scenes, which are pretty good. It's not like a massive car chase scene, but we do get some of that. Where he's going around, staking, looking around, trying to follow the Kriller. Two, we get the nighttime shots. Roughly the last, I don't know, 40 minutes. We get like a bar. So we get some of the we get the hard. We don't get like any hard drinking people like Bogart or anything, but we get the stylings of it being more of a courtroom drama. And the courtroom drama is actually pretty dang interesting. It's official. They go through it at a quick pace, but then Wallace Shawn, of all people, appears. Yes, that's right. The fast-talking guy from The Princess Bride and also voice of Rex in Toy Story. Has him perform a test by saying, like, hey, it was like we measured the distance from your window to where the assault happened, and it was 22 meters. And so then he decides to perform a test of like saying, hey, I'm going to back up a distance, turn off the lights. What am I holding? And it's a little red book with like notes and stuff like that. But we discover that he's nearsighted, so we get it kind of blurry. And I'm like, that's actually pretty dang good and clever. So he really can't see it. I was like, I'm nearsighted in my right eye, but I'm still pretty good. But yeah, definitely it would. I would not be able to tell what color that is because I'm pretty good at my left eye. But yeah, that's actually a good way of, like, that would probably make all the ophthalmologists happy. So yeah, we got a good performance from him. Um, Strong, witty, and everything else. So I'm just like, I wanted to see more of him, but I was happy with what we got. And he's in The Princess Bride and everything else. So I'm like, thank you, Wallace Shawn. Um, And then, of course, like I said, we have all the Hitchcock influences. We have Vertigo with the courtroom scene in the distance. We have Psycho as a person gets krilled in the shower with some blood. The man who knew too much when he saw a krilling happen, so he has to deal with that and some people who are not exactly on his tail, but he has to prove his innocence. So he is going after the. They never really give him like a name. They just say like, well, we just call him the Ponytail Murderer, but then they call him the Ponytail Bon Jovi Ponytail or something like that. It's just the running joke of what they call him, which I found to be kind of funny. Or the Ponytail something. You get that. You also get Sabotage. I have not seen Sabotage. I've seen Saboteur, but not Sabotage. I know there was another one. Hang on. And Jimmy Stewart's not like, hey, it's me, Jimmy Stewart. I'm happy that you took some inspiration from me. But sorry, I had to do it. So like kind of like the man who's been framed wrong, and he doesn't exactly go on the run. Also, maybe it was followed a little bit of Giallo, very specifically the girl who knew too much. I mean, the window looked very reminiscent of that, and thinking like, did that really happen, or what was all part of my mind? It's like all that, it all just comes together. We get some decent long takes, like the drives. We also get we also get a lot of people in the shots of the bar to add just to the nice overall way how it looks. This is definitely a well-directed movie. You get yourself, looking and feeling good. And also with the Italians, Dino De Laurentiis. What was that? He brought I'm trying to remember. He brought in a camera crew that could only speak Italian, so they had to work around that and everything else. And Guttenberg was selected because it was like this was a role that he was not too typecast for. So it was interesting to see him in this role as he's trying to balance everything and not be cocky because he's thinking in the beginning like, oh, it's going to be open and shut case. No, it's not. So ultimately, I guess maybe the thing I didn't like was that towards the end he manages to abscond a police cruiser, and I'm like, there we go. We also get some of the conventions of him being selected. He has to come in. His nearsightedness is proven. Sylvia, who is there, gets krilled, and he has to go and team up with another lady named Denise. So yeah, it's like, you're going to get some stuff, but it's very well acted. Very nice homages to two different genres and everything else. So yeah, definitely check out The Bedroom Window by Curtis Hanson.